Hey everyone, this is Black6 from BZPower, back here for another set review. Today, from the LEGO Star Wars Buildable Figures, or Constraction line, we have got 75120 K-2SO from the upcoming Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which will be coming to theaters this December. So this is one of the sets based on the new movie, new character we haven't seen or really know much about other than what we've seen in the trailers and some of the stuff that they've told us. This set contains 169 pieces and retails for $24.99, so a bit on the pricey side as far as Constraction sets go, but based on the dozen or so Star Wars Constraction sets we've already gotten, that is kind of par for the course. So, looking at the box, starting at the top, of course, we've got the LEGO and Star Wars logos front and center. Star Wars is one of LEGO's biggest brands these days, so of course they're going to make sure you know that this is Star Wars, even if you're not familiar with the character on it. Since this is the US packaging, of course, we've got the age range, set number, set name, and the piece count. K-2SO is taking up a good chunk of it. We've got looks like a brick wall or archway in the background with some explosions going on. So this is probably one of the planets that the movie takes place on, possibly Jedha. And of course on the bottom we've got that lovely Buildable Figures logo. Something to treasure since this is the only CCBS Constraction line that is currently active, with Bionicle having been cancelled. But all in all, it's a pretty par for the course box, but it's definitely lets you know that it is Star Wars. Interestingly enough, there is no Rogue One logo on here anywhere. Oh, we do have Disney finally in the bottom right. Moving on to the back, again LEGO and Star Wars adorn the top. On the bottom though, we can see some ads for the other two Rogue One sets that are out in the Constraction line, K-2SO and the Imperial Death Trooper. Then we've got another shot of K-2SO in, I guess, a battle pose. On the left side there in the couple of callouts they show his action feature, so very similar to Skullbasher from Bionicle, where you can swing his arms from side to side or push them both forward. Also, finally on the top, in addition to the logos, we can see that this set is 29 centimeters or 11.4 inches, so almost a foot tall, which is pretty big as far as Constraction sets go, especially for the lower price point sets. Obviously something like Grievous is going to be a bigger, but you're also going to pay more for him. So anyway, that's the box. We'll take a look now at the parts. So here we've got the parts for K-2SO. I'll take a look at each of the bins in turn and kind of point out some of the new remolds and brand new pieces. So starting off with the ones that's got most of the large CCBS pieces, of course we have K-2SO's head, obviously exclusive to the set. So from the front it looks pretty straightforward, kind of robotic. And you start looking at it from the side, you can see there's some nice kind of weather detailing and some nice little detail printing on the left side there. So pretty cool going on there, and obviously it does its best to capture the look of the character in the film. Then we've got this black shoulder pauldron shell piece. So this is not a new piece, not a new piece in black, but the printing of the Imperial logo, the weathered Imperial logo, is exclusive here. So there's two of these in the set. Also got this piece, fans of Bionicle recognize from the reboot 2015, but it is exclusive to the set in black. We did not get it in black in the Bionicle sets. I believe we got it in gold and silver, and I think that was it. I think it was just those two colors. So now we've got a new color. Unfortunately, there's only one of these in this set, so if you want more, you're going to have to buy them online or buy a whole bunch of K-2SOs. Also got this piece. So this was introduced, I believe, in the second wave of the Star Wars CCBS sets. Kind of a nice back cover, to kind of cover the gear mechanism and kind of fill out the character. This is the second time we've seen this piece in black. I believe the first was in Kylo Ren, or one of the other Force Awakens sets. I don't remember exactly which one. Other than that, oh, no, sorry, of course we've got this piece. This is a new one. New for the Rogue One sets. So it is, I believe, 8 modules long and 4 modules wide and 3 modules deep. And it's got the 2 shafts up here that you can connect attachments like the pauldron or that bionicle piece on. And on the back it has a single socket that you can connect it to any of the CCBS beams or other things with ball joints on it. So it's a nice shell. It's nice and large, but also very smooth. I think it definitely can give things more kind of organic look as opposed to maybe the more mechanical shape that the normal shells do, especially with their kind of like hard edges over here. So it's nice to get a new piece, and that's available in all 3 of the Rogue One CCBS sets, but nothing else. In addition, you saw we've got, I believe, a 4 shell in black. We've got some black feet, some Hero Factory claws, some Technic panels, some hands. Other than that, none of those other CCBS pieces are very new. They don't really jump out at us. But it's a decent selection, but it's not very CCBS heavy. As you can see from this tray, there's a lot of Technic in this set. I wouldn't say outweighing the CCBS. Maybe by count it's outweighing the CCBS, but it's much more of an even balance than most CCBS sets are. Now we'll go over to the far right tray. The only piece jumping out at us here is this dark gray 9-module beam. Is only available in one other set, I believe General Grievous, or possibly an older Hero Factory set. But other than that, we've got some nice kind of old school Technic bionicle pieces with the ball on a Technic beam, and of course the angled versions of that, some Technic beams, some ball joints, some smaller CCBS beams. Of course, our wonderful friction joints. Love them or hate them, they're here to stay. But none of those really jump out at us as being rare or unique. But it's nice, always nice to get some more CCBS pieces. Finally, we've got the Technic tray, so there's a whole bunch of different Technic pieces in here. We've got axles, we've got pins, we've got different connectors. The ones that kind of jump out at us, we've got the lightsaber handle. So this was, I believe, only available in silver metallic previously, in like Luke and Vader and Finn and possibly Kylo Ren, but now we're getting it in black for the first time. So it just connects to Technic axles on both sides. Then we've got this weapon barrel piece. It's not a new piece. I know we've seen it in a bunch of different colors, different trans and some solids, different grays, but it is exclusive to this set in black, so that's nice. What else have we got? We've got this 1x1 Technic beam in silver metallic, actually exclusive to the set. So this is a fairly new piece in the past couple years. Technically it's a Technic beam, but I think it's more often used as a spacer piece, and it's exclusive here in silver. We have got this minifig rapier, so fencing, foil, epee, whatever you want to call it. From originally the collectible minifig sets, we've seen it appear in a number of other mainly system sets, but here it is exclusive in black, so that's kind of cool. I believe that's covered all of the exclusive parts in this set, and the only other one we have to go over is this 24mm corrugated Technic tube, which is available in one other set. It's used for the action mechanism in this one. So good variety of recolors and new parts all in all, so that's really cool to see a set have so many new and recolored pieces. Like I said, there's a lot of other Technic pieces, so definitely some good ones for your collection. So if you're looking to kind of beef up your Technic part collection, this is a good set for that. It gives you a good variety and a good quantity of different pieces. All in all, it's a good selection, and probably the best of the 3 Rogue One sets from a Technic perspective. And of course, as far as a new part perspective, new molds. I believe the only new mold in any of these sets is the new armor, kind of thigh armor, in addition to the heads, obviously. But this is available in all 3, so when it comes to brand new molds, they're kind of evenly matched there. But anyway, enough of the parts. I think it is time for us to get building. So here we've got the finished K-2SO set. As we suspected by looking at the parts, he's very Technic heavy. Basically most of his arms here are Technic or similar pieces. We've got the Constraction lightsaber pieces being used there, some Technic half beams. His body also very Technic heavy. I think it probably shows the best from the back. You can see some Technic beams here, lots of different Technic connectors. There's no CCBS torso inside all of this, including the Technic panels here. We do, of course, have a nice Bionicle piece being used as part of his torso. If we pop that off, though, you can see that it is all kind of Technic beams underneath there, and even it's using Technic pins to connect, not connecting onto a CCBS shell. Very Technic heavy, but from the pictures we've seen of K-2SO, he captures the likeness, I think, pretty well. So since this is the first of the new CCBS set reviews, we do have this nice new armor shell. You can see it being used on the thighs, as it is used on all 3 of the new Rogue One sets. It does a good job of covering. I think both from the front and from the sides, it has some connection points, which is nice. From the inside, though, it does leave things a little bit to be desired, but that's not an angle you're traditionally going to see a lot of. Moving down a little bit, the lower legs are, again, mainly Technic kind of custom build using the Hero Factory claw piece, and then some Technic stuff. It works pretty well. It gives it kind of a nice smooth. Looking at it from the side, it kind of juts out a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. All in all, I think from looking at the legs in general, they look pretty great. I do like the shaping that they've achieved on the torso. It definitely captures from what we've seen of the character very well. Using these Technic panels is nice. You can see there are a couple of stickers here on the torso. I don't mind them. I think they help capture the character better, and these are not pieces you generally see printing on, so that makes sense. We do, of course, have printing on the shoulder pauldron piece with a kind of battle damage Imperial logo. We know that K-2SO is an Imperial droid who defects to the Rebels. The head kind of hangs out a bit in front. Uses the epee that we showed off before as an antenna along with a normal antenna piece. I do like the use of the newer CCBS kind of back armor that we saw on a lot of, or some of the newer Star Wars figures, kind of used in a different way here. Of course, we do, as a result, have this ball joint that's exposed. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's not too detracting, especially since it's only visible from the back. Also want to show off the hips a little bit because they are interesting, or they're at this angle, which again is pretty accurate to what we see on the screen. So I think they do a good job of that. And it's just kind of interesting how this part is angled, and then they use the old Hordika neck, which has its own angle, so it gives us this interesting compound angle for the legs. But I think we also have this play feature that we want to see, so we have this gray 2x2 boat bottom that kind of acts as almost like the trigger mechanism. So looking at it from behind, if I put my thumb on that, I can push side to side. It helps if I put the arms out a little more. So you can kind of move it side to side, and his arms will go side to side, and then you can push. You should be able to push. There we go, and you can see his arms move in. At least his left arm was moving in. I'm not sure why the right one was. Let's try to get a shot from the top. Maybe give you a little better view. So you can see there, if I move it side to side, his arms move, so you can do kind of some rapid fire punching. And then if you push in, well, it helps if he's standing, because if the arms are already forward, when you push it, it's not going to do too much. So we'll kind of try to do a little better shot there. So if his arms are back and you push in, they kind of flip forward. So it's an interesting action feature. If you have the arms pose and maybe like a little bit more of a punching pose, you can kind of really lay some damage down that Imperial Death Trooper, and then come in for the finishing move. So yeah, definitely decent playability. Not as cool as maybe Storm Beast, but I think Storm Beast kind of set a new standard in playability that we're not going to see in Star Wars, since they have to capture the characters correctly and don't want to have kind of all that exposed Technic mechanism that Storm Beast had in the back. The mechanism here on K-2SO, much more compact, and if you don't want to use it, it's kind of hidden. You could even pop off the boat bottom piece entirely, or replace it with a black one from your collection, and then it won't even stand out. Of course, he's fun to play with on his own, but it's even better if you have more of these figures to play with. He's kind of hard to stand, being so lanky, and using all of those friction joints on his legs makes it a little hard to pose him. But if we bring over our Imperial Death Trooper, he can kind of threaten K-2SO and knock him down. But much like Smash Mouth, he gets back up again, and using his action feature, he can attack the Death Trooper and emerge victorious. Good job, K-2SO. I can't wait to hear you being voiced by Alan Tudyk. Alright, so that is our review of K-2SO. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments on YouTube or in the talkback on BZPower. As far as the 3 CCBS Rogue One sets go, I think he's my favorite. He's got a lot of great pieces in black, a lot of exclusive ones that you're not going to find anywhere else, or only in the other 2 Rogue One sets. He's got a cool action feature, really fun and engaging build that's not just your kind of basic CCBS, snapping together of limbs and shells. Definitely kept me engaged there. So all in all, I think it's a good package. A little on the pricey side at $25, but so are the Imperial Death Trooper and K-2SO, and you're getting different pieces. So that might be a drawing point for you if you're trying to decide. But definitely not as fun of a build with the other 2 sets compared to K-2SO. So that was definitely one of the things that I liked most about him. As I mentioned before, we'd love to hear what you think of the set, so leave your comments or head over to the talkback. We will have hopefully more reviews of the Rogue One Constraction sets coming in the next few months before the movie hits theaters. Let us know which one you'd like to see next, Jyn or the Imperial Death Trooper, by letting us know in the comments or on BZP. And of course, while you're over at BZPower, make sure you check out the rest of the site, where we've got all sorts of fun discussions going on every day. And of course, we've got the full review over there, going in depth, our thoughts on the set, and including high-res pictures so you can see him from every angle. So thanks again for watching, guys. Again, this is Black 6 from BZPower, signing off.